Hey guys, I've been talking about posting on my channel for a while now, and I've been racking my head with different topics to talk about and different things, and finally I was just like, you know what, it's just gonna come to me, okay? So the other day, right, just to give a little backstory of where the topic's coming from. So the other day, one of my friends were talking, and they're saying how, they don't really pray because God never answers their prayers. And that really hit me really hard. It did. Because I think a lot of people don't fully understand how prayer really works. Okay. So I grew up in a Christian church. My family is Christian. And I will say that as of now, I consider myself to be spiritual and not religious, meaning I don't like to associate myself with religious sectors. I focus on my own spirituality and I focus on my own relationship with God. And as part of that relationship, praying is very important. Very, very important. But the thing that I think adds to that misconception is that when we grow up in the church, they tell you that if you ask, you shall receive. Okay? And that kind of gives a misconception of if I ask God for it, then I'll get it. If I ask for a house, I'll get a house. If I ask for a car, I'll get a car. If I ask for money, I'll get money. That's not how God works. Okay? When you ask God for something, God's going to give it to you. But you have to show God that you want it. That's how God works. Okay? See, when you ask God for a house, God is going to say, okay, that sounds nice. You want a house? I can do that. But how badly do you want this house? Are you ready and willing to put in the work for that house? Are you ready and willing for the sacrifices it's going to take for you to reach what you want? Because he's not just going to hand it to you. You're not just going to just get it. You're going to have to work for it. You have to earn it. That's how God works. Okay? So when you pray, keep in mind that there is work that has to be done by you as well. Faith without works is dead. Meaning that if you have the faith in God, that God is going to grant you with what you've asked for, then you have to be willing to put in that work behind that faith. Meaning, I want a house. I believe God is going to bless me with the house. So I'm going to work towards that house. And I will be blessed with it. Same with anything you ask for. If I want to play for the NBA. Okay? And of course, with stuff like that, that type of stuff isn't really fully within God's control, okay? Those NBA people, they have their regulations and their stipulations and things like that, so that probably wasn't a good example. But just with anything, you ask for it, you put the work towards it, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to receive it, okay? Unless it's not your blessing, and that's something that a lot of people don't think about as well because they say that God already has a plan for us. So if what you're asking for is not within God's plan for you, you might want to give that up. And that's for real. You can want this job, and you can want this job bad, and the job pays really well. But if that job is not within God's plan for you to work and God needs you somewhere else, you're not going to attain that job because it's not part of your path, baby. So when you pray, remember there is work that has to be done behind that prayer. That's how God works. All right. Okay, so I'll be back with more videos later on. And again, my name is Hazel. Follow me on Snapchat at Hey Hazel K, Instagram Hey Hazel _K, Facebook Hazel K, Hazel K, everything. And yeah, enjoy your night.